Hey friends, I am gonna try filming outdoors and hopefully it's not too noisy out here. So I am here with my trusty Shadowscapes. Ta-da! I wanted to give an update on my story. So if you remember, I was out running errands on a very hectic day with my daughter, and I was approached by someone for the first time in, gosh, the longest time, right? And we exchanged phone numbers, and he seemed very excited to meet me and potentially have us go out on a date. In fact, we met on a Monday and he asked if he could see me on a Wednesday. So I said yes. Well, what happened? On Wednesday, as the time was approaching, I became anxious. I became anxious and I started to feel this heavy weight on my chest, and I couldn't do it. I felt like it was very fast and sudden and I hadn't had time to process it. And so I asked for a rain check. Yeah, Knight of Wands. That wasn't very Knight of Wands behavior, but you know what? I don't think it was my behavior that was Knight of Wands. I think I perceived his behavior to be quite bold. I don't want to say aggressive, maybe assertive. And that was not easy for me to handle. It wasn't easy for me to handle. And so I felt like if it wasn't a work, I made a million excuses basically. If it wasn't a work day, if he didn't want to meet so late, if we had more time to maybe chat and get to know each other. And so I asked for a rain check and he seemed more than happy to, give me that, right? He said, sure, no problem, don't worry about it. And what happened next was a bit surprising, because afterwards it went from, hey, can I take you to dinner, to, hey, can I take you out for ice cream? I take you out for tower. Well, in the world of relationships, maybe that was a tower moment, because I felt like, was I demoted? Like, at first it was dinner and now it's like a scoop of ice cream. What is happening? So I considered that a few times, and then over the weekend I said, hey, listen, let's reschedule, right? We were supposed to meet up. Let's do it. Let's reschedule. So he said yes, and we rescheduled for Saturday. Four of Swords. I feel like this has a lot to do with it, right? Because I know for me, I feel like everything is very stable with that part of my life. I I feel very comfortable, very cozy, rested, maybe resting a little bit too long, I don't know. But I'm comfortable, and I wonder if maybe he isn't a bit comfortable as well. I don't know, it could be, that could be the case. But we rescheduled, and I got ready, and I waited and waited and waited, and then he canceled. Two of Swords. I kind of felt like that, like I needed to make a decision of some sort, because it first started with me having cold feet, and then now I wasn't sure if he was having cold feet or if there was more to it than what I could see, right? In truth, he and I haven't really spoken very much. I know very little about him, and he seemed eager to see me and meet me. In fact, in the beginning, he asked almost every day if he could, see me. And then he canceled. And I felt like, okay, do I walk away at this point, or do I give him the benefit of the doubt? They say always assume positive intent, right? So maybe something happened, and maybe something didn't happen. Maybe the issue is financial. Maybe he originally, there's a lot of swords here. 5 of Swords. This is insane. That's a lot of swords. And I think there could have been some conflict, mental anguish. I mean, he did say that he was new to the area. He had only been here for 6 months. He was here with his daughter, and she was struggling to, oh my word, she was struggling to adjust. And look what I just pulled. King of Swords. Another Swords. And so maybe he's putting himself in that position as the leader of his clan, of his family, doing what's best in that moment. And that happens to us a lot as parents, right? Like, there's things that we want, but we put our families first, and we try to do what's best for all involved. And I don't know, like, maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong, maybe there's a balance there, I'm not sure. But maybe that's what happened. The thing was that he canceled, and then he retreated. I barely heard from him after that. Maybe a week went by, and then he began to text, but calls were done. No more phone calls. He began to text, and just like a random text here and there. How are you? How's the family? That type of thing. Never this is interesting. Never like let's start over, but like not really ready to kind of let it go. And so here we have the 2 of Wands, and this couldn't be more spot on. And this is the reason why I love this deck and why I like to do this practice, because this makes sense to me. This would be the card of kind of planning next steps, but not really ready to put yourself out there just yet. And that could be his case, and it could be mine too, right? It could be mine too. I don't know. But the thing is that from then, it was never there was never any further discussion on going out to dinner, and so what I proposed was, listen, I don't want to, let's not pressure ourselves, right? Like, if dinner is not good for you right now, then let's meet up. Let's meet up for a cocktail. Let's do that. And he seemed open to it, but hasn't really taken initiative. And I know that he can take initiative because he did it on the very first day that we met. He approached me in broad daylight in front of everyone in a crowded parking lot in front of my daughter. So he has it in him, and he's holding back. And so look, another, this is crazy, another swords card. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Yeah, it's like there's more to the story, right? More, you know, there's a lot going on that I don't know, and I won't know, right, until, you know, he opens that door. And so, you know, since then, of course, we had the hurricane, and he did check in to see how the family was doing and how we had fared and that type of thing. But no more conversation. So let's see. Empress. That's a beautiful way to close this out. Empress. I need to tap into this energy, and in this deck it is so beautiful. All right, so I paused a moment to grab the little white book because you know, I have a general idea on the Empress card, but in this case I'm feeling like I need a little, you know, help. And the key words for the Empress are creativity, generosity, patience, and love. And I think that is what I can pull from this, as that this is likely a big change, not just for me, but for him. And this will require a little bit of patience if I want to see if there's even any, you know, potential. It could be that, you know, the time goes on and then too much time passes and we never actually follow through and it, you know, fades away. That's possible. But here, what I see is her kind of letting those butterflies go out into the sky, and she's not waiting for anything in return. And that's the message that I think I want to take away, is that sometimes we have to kind of be open and willing to put ourselves out there and then kind of see what happens. You know, if any of those butterflies come back, great. And if they don't, you know that they went to a better place. And I have to, I really believe that. All of this is very heavy masculine energy. That's why I love that the last card was the Empress, because then we had just nothing but swords and wands, right? 9 of Swords, King of Swords, 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 4 of Swords. That's just crazy. And then for Wands, 2 of Wands, and Knight of Wands. Less wands, more swords. So there's a lot going on there. I feel like there's a lot weighing on him, there's a lot weighing on me, and not all of the cards are on the table, you know. Not all the cards are on the table, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that it's over just yet. Gotta be patient and see. Let's see. That was a lot. But anyways, that's my update. Unfortunately, it's not as exciting as I hoped it would be. It's not as exciting. It kind of fizzled out a little bit, right? I was overjoyed at his show of courage and bravado. And so it's a little disappointing to see how it's, you know, unraveling. But, you know, I'll give it some time and see. You never know. We're in the fall, right? We're entering the darker months of the year, and this is the time of year that people tend to kind of slow down a little bit, and it might just be that the timing, you know, the timing's not right just yet. So I'm gonna give it time and be patient. So here's my update. Thank you. I've gotten a few people that have reached out and asked, so I wanted to make sure that I filmed this for you all today. Thanks for watching. Bye.